Good evening, everybody. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to another Monday Night Live. Now then, boom, it's been a while, isn't it? Seems like it's been forever. But no, lovely to be back. Thank you very much for coming to join me. And I am, as always, horrifically unprepared. I think the chat is still attaching to start up. I think am I there? I think you can see me now. Jobs are good. And so hello, I'll say hello to everybody in a moment, as always. How do we like the sort of the warmer mood lighting? Do we like that, or do we need that kind of to be blah, or do we go, oh, cuddles, blah, cuddles? Don't know which one we like. So just, you know, just stick dark or light. Just do one of them. Anyway. Yeah. So what we're going to do, I'm sure you're all aware of this by now. I don't think this is going to be anyone's first go at me, is it? Is it? I don't think it is. But the first thing of the day is, I don't know how to talk, as always, but we are going to say hello to a bunch of people for the first 5 or 10 minutes. So zip on through this if you're watching this on the replay. Just skip forward 10 minutes, and then that will be getting into the vlog itself. So there, everyone's a winner. Now then, dark, we've got cuddles. Everyone's liking the dark. Lovely, lovely. I've got this light going on here, and I'm getting some kind of an Edison bulb, I think, for that. And I might have lighting either side at some point in the very near future, because I think that will look nice. But it will disrupt from my my false wall going on there. But I've got some. Just remembered, I've got something else coming, which is going to sort that out. Oh, it's exciting. Oh, bit Wallace and Gromit. Now then, let's have a look and say hello to people. So, Nathan Smith, O.R. Church, Mark Dettinger, Darren, Chris Schuer, Clean as Fuck Coils, The Great Punkster, Gareth Martin, Nat Nguyen. I hope I've said that remotely close, Nat. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, Teus is in there. Rolo's in there. I missed a couple of people there. Jesse Horn. You did remember Tickle the Wick on the atomizer you built earlier? Yes, I did. I was very proud of that one. I did a little stream for my Patreon. I did an unboxing for my Patreon people, and I did a an Instagram live stream as well. There's a lot of people in this chat. Now then, let's have a little scroll up so I can try and say hello to a few people here so I don't miss everybody. Jason Gwindong, possibly. Sorry if I've royally messed that up, Jason, but thank you very much indeed. What else we got? Spluckets in. Rolo, I think I said hello to you, Rolo. Vapey McVapersons, fantastic name, still loving that one from Portsmouth. Deja Pew Pew. That's a great name. I like that. That's brilliant. Chris Maddie or Maddie, cuz Steve, oh, how you doing? The new age bassist Chris, you've written a lot. Welcome back, Dean. It's great to see you again. I have to thank you for using Tom's MTN coils, because I just ordered 2 sets and they're phenomenal. Because of you, Tom now has a customer for life. They are good, aren't they? He does do a jolly good job. He really does. And yeah, I think you can find him on MTN Coils. Can't remember where he's online, but he's on Instagram, so go and check him out. Lee Coleman, James Munhall, JFM Development, Stephen James, Goat Bull. I was trying to stutter some more. Goat Bull. Let's say that. Hopefully that's got right. Louisa's in the house. First 4%er I've seen. Welcome in, Louisa. Thank you very much indeed. Geronimo Gallegos. Leah Swales. Leah, is that Leah? Is that a Leah? Because normally Leah's got an H on the end, isn't it? Or am I wrong there? Leah, it could be Lee or Leah. Don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to, you know, automatically sex you, so I'm not going to say lady or male. I don't know. Lennon 38, Vape Monster Reviews, John Muller. John McBride, is that my little brother in the house? Muji World, hello, nice to see you again. The Great 420, Ivan Lima J. Oh, I see now, it's just getting difficult now. JVDB Kif, Hi to you as well. The Yorkshire Dripper, Legion Vapes is back in the house. Hello, Mr. Legion Vapes. Wolfie Smith, Doug Lock, Mark Dettinger. Yeah, I've said hello to Jason again. I'm not going to mess that one up again. Triple X Vapes. Hello, how you doing? Mech Monster, Warren Top. We've got people in from all over the show again tonight, which I think is fantastic. Question: how do you get behind the desk? Jump over? No, I've got a chute underneath. Have you seen Wallace and Gromit with the thing that goes? And yeah, so I'm sitting in the living room, and then I'm up in here, press the button, done, gone. Heidi VB, you sexy bastard. Hello, Nick Howard, you sexy bastard. Lynn Smith, another 4%. Hello, thank you very much for coming, Lynn. Very kind of you, very kind. What else we got? Little Nikki V. Hi, Dean from Bristol. We got, so yeah, I should have seen where everybody's from, but I haven't really been doing that. Brian Miller, Kevin K. Hawaii, says Kevin K. Fantastic. I'd like the idea of Hawaii. That just sounds like a nice place to be. Do you know Dog the Bounty Hunter? He's in Hawaii. Right, I've just scrolled through now just so I'm kind of where it needs to be, because otherwise I'm going to be doing this forever, and I'm very, very confused. Redditch, California. We're not Redditch in California. That wouldn't make sense. Leicester, Minnesota, Virginia, USA. Lovely old job. Hi, Mr. Todd. Built my sled's squonker the other day. It's cool. Thanks for the review. I didn't do it, but all right, cool. I'm assuming you're saying thanks to him. Really? Just because he's on the hunt for subscribers? Just because he's a little bit scared now? There's a little bit of wind coming out. Schwarzy's in Essex. Evening, you big bearded wonder, says Alistair. Evening to you as well. You and Dog the Bounty Hunter can get together and comb each other's beards. He hasn't got a beard, has he? He's got long hair. Well, at the back, at least. South Africa, says Keishan. Andy Franklin from Washington, USA. Oh, man, I need to get across to America. I know. Is America wheelchair friendly? And can I ride my little whizzy scooter? Casey Neistat rides electric things all around New York, so I should be able to ride a little electric scooter, like three-wheeler thing, shouldn't I? Hey? Must be. Yeah, America's got to be fine for that. Who we got going on here? Derby, UK, Alabama, Gulf Coast, Minnesota. Fantastic. What else have we got? Mark Hawes is in the house. Hello, Mark. How you doing? Peter Smith, Rob Hardman, Sheffield. I miss Cambridge. I think that's what you're going for, Mark. I think that's where that was going. Evening, Dean. Hope I'll talk about that. Greens from Egypt. Hello to you in Egypt, Omar. Stephen Howard. Hello to Florida over there. London, James McDonald. Ivan's Lekkerbuet. I don't think I said that completely right, to be fair. Lekkerbuet. A little bit Geordie in that one. Get a V8 trike. Absolutely, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Although, nah, it wouldn't really be my thing, a V8 trike, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. Toronto, Ontario. Yeah, I want to go to Canada as well. There's so many places I really want to visit. Indonesia. Hello, Argyle0297. Hi, nice to see you. Thank you very much. Ms. Tattooed Monster. Sup, man? From Preston, UK, you made me return to vaping from smoking 30 a day. Never look back. Boom. Let's have one of them. Let's have a fist bump in a very grim sort of style. There's nothing else I can think of at this time to do. But did you miss it? Let's do it again. Congratulations. Boom. Have some of those apples. Right then. DeMillin's in from California. Hello, DeMillin. How you doing? Nice to see you. So we've got a fair few 4%ers in. That's fantastic. Thank you very much for joining me. So how this is going to work is I'm not going to be paying a great attention to chat for a little bit. Mr. Todd does have the big hammer of Jesus. So if you upset the world, if you try and promote your own stuff, if you spam me or do something unpleasant, or you're a dick, you'll get booted, because we're a nice cuddly wuddly family and we get on well. So that's nice. So yes, don't be surprised about that one. So he's on the case. Now then, So thank you so much for joining me. I know it's been a little while since I've been online, and I apologize for that. I think it's just over a week, I think. And for that I do thoroughly apologize for. But when I was recording the review for the Death Wish, I think that was my last one, for the Bare Bones and the Unholy V2, I was forgetting things. Like I forgot to mention, I put it all in the description, but I forgot to mention a couple of things on it, and my brain, I was really struggling. Oops, I've just pressed a button I didn't need to press. I don't know how to stop it. Hang on. I've gone really big on the chat. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was a bit stressful. So yes, so I started to get quite unwell, to be honest with you, and I was feeling pretty horrific. My brain wasn't in gear at all, and then I've been suffering the most immense pain from the fibro. I don't know if it's the change in weather. I think that's possibly what it has been, but just had the most immense pain on my spine and ribs and shoulders and kind of lower limbs and stuff as well, that I've been horrific. I've been in a horrific state, and the pain has caused me to be kind of crazy tired all the time, and my brain's not working. It's not really top form tonight, but we're going to crack on. Yeah, so it's been a hellish time, to be honest with you, and I've felt truly rotten. So thank you very much for sticking with me. Thank you for not all leaving me and let Todd go storming into the lead with subscribers. So I do appreciate that very much indeed. Thank you so much. I am going to be trying to push hard, but I'm still struggling a little bit. So I'm in that kind of time of trying to figure out if I should kind of press it too hard and get more done, but then be worse as a result of it, or try and kind of listen to my body and rest when I need to rest and all that sort of stuff while it gets acclimatized to winter. I don't know if that's a thing or whether it's just gone into overdrive and it's all killing me now. But there we go. We'll see. I'm going to stop whinging about it, but that's why I've not been around. Sani, the big Carpathian pooch, has been looking after me. She's been a little superstar and has grown no end since I did that video a little while ago, when we just I think it was a day or two after we'd had her. She's a mischievous little shitbag now, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie, but I think we're in that kind of terrible 2 stage where she's sort of just seeing how much she can get away with, and she likes lots of attention and playing and all that sort of stuff, which is brilliant, because prior to coming to us she'd not really played before. So that's great. And now she's got a sofa, which is something she's never had before. She's all into that shit as well. So yes, I have to fight her for the sofa, but being the alpha, then I get it. So that's how that rolls. Anyway, I'm on the monster. So anyone who doesn't like it, see ya. Thank you for your concerns and people telling me how horrific Monster is for me. However, once in a blue moon, I need to kick up the hoop, and if Monster does it, then that's what I'm going to do. So I don't care what anyone else thinks. So no. Now then, we've got a few things. I've got a couple of changes. I'm using a Wacom bamboo pen, a super old tablet, instead of using a mouse, because I can't really use a mouse at the moment. But I've got that a new one of those coming, a new Intuos coming in the next couple of days. So I'm very excited about doing that. And I've got upgrades coming for the computer. I've got more RAM. I was hoping to get some major bargains in Cyber Monday today. That didn't happen, but I've got some more RAM, and I've got a 500 gig SSD, a Samsung T5 coming, and I've got a big old drive for archiving stuff and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully my whole editing process is going to be much quicker. And if it gets quicker, it gets easier. If it gets easier, then jobs are good. And should have a little project possibly with my father-in-law, hopefully this weekend maybe, where we're seeing about sticking a BMW car seat on top of what I'm sitting on right now. Not on top of the seat, but on top of the hydraulic ram. So if that works, that should help my back and all that sort of stuff, just by giving me more comfort as well. So I can't wait for that. So that's going to be cool. So lots of changes going on in the studio, which I'm very excited about. You don't care. I've just realized I've been rambling on about that for some time, and you give no shits. Hey, sharing's caring, isn't it? So then let's talk about some vaping stuff, shall we? And in fact, let's have a vape in the meantime. Are you well? I hope so. Right, that needs some juice. Now then, let's get some of this on there. I am going to be popping on some originals from the creamyclouds.co.za range. This is the strawberry gelato. I'm going to be banging some of this on here. I've been using, there's been two makes of juice I've been using a lot recently, and that's been the Creamy Clouds line, and which is this stuff, and it's been Union of Vapors, which I think Creamy Clouds has something to do with as well, and this Dinner Mints with a Z from unionvapors.com. I think that they are that and the jam one, which I did have here, and I think I met, no, there it is, Jammy Buns, has been spectacular. So I've been having a jolly good time with them. And the other one from Euro Vapor, let me just check, because I know people do like to know, even though I don't do juice reviews, eurovapor.com. And I've been rocking today, I've been rocking a lot of the Pound Town lemon pound cake and the one with a skull on it, this one here, the Vaporworks coil oils, the red one, number 56. It's just called number 56. There we go. So you can go and check those bad boys out. And there. So there we go. I will try and remember to put the links in the description. They're not in there right now, so don't go and look at them. But eurovapor.com, and vapor spelt properly with a U in it. So eurovapor.com. That'll give you the coil oils and the other one, and the creamyclouds.co.za and Union of Vapors. I'm sure that's what it was. No, just unionvapors.com. There we go. Juice covered. Boom. So that is what I'm going to be doing. Hold on. I've got a little controller here because I've got to have a heat pad on my back just to allow me to stay sat up for the duration of this bad boy. So what I've got going on here is I've got the Descendant, but this is actually the Outlaw. This is the 2700 tube. So same switch as in the Descendant. So I've taken the silver one out of that bad boy and stuck it in here. I'm running the 2700, and I'm using the Pandora V2 RDA on the top of that. You can see that it's patinaing at a much different rate and a different color to the tube, which is a bit a little bit annoying, but it's one of those things, and it is a little bit of a smoother airflow to what we had before. Now I don't know if that's the introduction of these side airflow holes, or if it's if he's done something clever underneath. I will find out more about that when I do the review, of course. It's still not smooth as a freshly shaven ball sack, but it is still, it's much smoother than it was before, which is great. So that's very good. I understand, by the way, just going back on an old review, that the Luna is starting to creep into the UK now. So if you're interested in those, I've not heard a bad word said against them yet. I know a couple of people do have a bit of an issue trying to get used to this kind of side firing button. But if you're a lefty or a righty, I get on really, really well with it. So I really enjoy it. Don't care if anyone else does. Now then. Things that are going to be coming up, just to make you aware, we've got the Geek Vape Squonker. Now, obviously, you know that I had one of these given to me at Expo, and they said that they were going to change the squonk bottle situation that was going on in there. No, they've not. They've not changed that at all. So I can get this review out this week, which I'm very, very excited about. At the same time as well, it could be a bit of a squonker week this week, actually. Oh no, because there is a mech in there. I'm going to be doing the Rig RSQ as well, which I'm still very, I'm happy with. It's not without its issues. I'm not going to lie. It's not 100% perfect. A couple of things like the board, when you take the battery out and you change it, it doesn't remember the coil. So you have to go through that. Is this a new coil? Yes or no? It doesn't remember the color of your LEDs. So if you've chosen red like I have, you've got red, blue, green, have you got white and off, So it doesn't have to, it doesn't remember that, which is just, it's a little frustration, but the LED is quite useful when it comes to seeing how much juice you've got left. So that's the thing. And it doesn't have a ribbon to pull the battery out with, so you have to kind of thwack it. Now, having said that, I have been rocking this pretty hard at 77.7 watts. And bearing in mind this is an 85 watt mod, I think it's an 85 watt mod, then, you know, I'm kind of pulling it pretty hard. No, it's an 80 watt mod. So I have been rocking it pretty hard. So you wouldn't expect the battery life to be that clever. And in fact, it's not been. But it's a single 18650 barrier going on in there, and even though it's carbon fiber on the outside, which I don't like at all, I am having a jolly good time. I can see that Mr. Todd has banned someone. Thank you very much, Mr. T. Fucking on it. I like it. He's got his coffee going, and it's all good. So whatever that fella was saying, he can get fucked. And yes, we play nicely in the vaping biker world, don't we? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Now then, oh, and the other thing, lost my track. The other thing that I might be reviewing this week as well will be the NATO from Vapors Cloud and Asylum Mods. Some of those apples. So some of that business will be kicking on this week. Those are the 3 reviews that I'm going to try and get out. If I can get out any more, I will. Obviously, just because I've not been in front of the camera for the last week doesn't necessarily mean that I've not been doing anything. I've still been kind of doing bits and bobs where I can. We've got the Tickle the Wick t-shirt up on the vapingbiker.co.uk merchandise page. So if you want to check that out, you can get that in t-shirts, and you can get it on a hat and on a mug and all that sort of stuff. I'm still waiting for mine to bloody arrive, which is a bit annoying. But anyway, that design I thought was a bit fun. So if you like that, then crack on to go and check that bad boy out. Do you want to see it? Have you seen the logo? Have I got the logo here? I have. Hang on. There we go. So no, I'm moving all the wrong windows around. All the wrong windows. Let me see if I can show you this t-shirt design, and you can tell me if it's the sort of thing that tickles. Well, I don't really care if it tickles your taste buds because it's there. It's done. It's a thing. Application window, and boom. There we go. Some of those bad boys. So you've got that as an option to have big and loud on your chest, or you can have a little nipple one, and where you go. So that's there. That's designed by my very own little hands. Oh, that's not where we want to be at all, is it? No, this tablet is getting a little bit of punishment. Whoop-pow! There we go. Boom. So the tickle, no, I haven't got the tickle the wick tune. In fact, I think somebody may have emailed me a tickle the wick tune, and I've lost the email. I think that's happened. I think I saw a notification when I was incredibly rough one day, and saw the notification, and then lost it, because I'm an idiot. So I do need to go and check that one out. But if that was you that sent that to me, please send it to me again so I can go and check that out. As well as that, if anybody else is musically inspired and thinks they can come up with a cool little tickle the wick kind of few seconds of a little sort of a soundbite thing that I can play when I do a little on a video, then send it across to info@vapingbiker.co.uk, and I would be more than happy to check it out. What else is going on? I've also designed a Christmas shirt again for this year. I've done something a little bit different with the design on this one, and I've reworked a classic. So we'll see how that goes. But I want to make sure that people have access to it, and I also want to make sure that people can have it in the largest sizes. I know that my regular merch doesn't get as big as some people want it, even though, I mean, I'm a chunky fella and I can get away with a double XL. I know some people want a triple, and and so I am working hard. I thought I'd sussed it today with the company, but their prices seem to be astronomical. So I'm working on trying to find the best DTG printer that I can find that will do that kind of drop shipping for you guys as and when you order stuff, but will still give you a fair kind of amount of things that you can do. At the same time, if I don't get any luck from that one, because I want to look after you crazy bunch, I may get into doing screen printing myself. So yes, there we go. That's if you can't beat them, join them. That's what I say. Hey, what? Have some of those apples. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway. Now then, yeah, we don't really do clones on here. If you want to do clones, you crack on, but we don't do clones. Now then, stuff that's come in. I've got a few things I'm going to quickly go through, just because why the fuck not? One of them came in the other day, and I've been having a jolly good time with this. And this is not looking red in the camera at all, but this is the Artery PAL, PAL. And look at them, look, bless them, they put my name on the bottom of it. But this is kind of, a lot of people have said, oh, that's very billet boxy, because on the inside you do have a coil. Now I'm waiting to find out from Artery if you can only use their coils, because that'll be a bit of a bummer if you can, because obviously that's going to really restrict what you can get for these bad boys. But for a little tiny device, I mean, this is kind of smaller than a pack of cards. This is, if I put it, hang on, what are you likely to have? Here we go. Look. If I pop it next to the Minikin V2, you can see that it's kind of just a hair shorter. Obviously, we're kind of just a hair wider, but thinness, it's tiny. This is smaller than a packet of cigarettes, and it's all made of metal, which I think is nice. You've got replaceable doors, although the other doors are a bit iffy, to be fair. But you've got the black ones or these red ones, and it actually is quite nice. I've had the my battery's running out. Boom, there we go. So some of those apples. Right, what's going on here? Right, request, just no clone chat, please. Yeah, there's no, and let me explain to you why. If you're new to the channel and you're going, well, okay, why is Dean not talking about clones, wanker? Well, it's just because there's a lot of people that I know in the industry and that work jolly hard to provide products, both really affordable ones and kind of the more expensive ones that then get cloned. And it's just a bit rude. If you want to use clones, then you crack on. But this isn't the channel for clones. So, you know, I'm not judging you. I'm not doing anything else, but I just ask you to respect mine and a lot of other people's opinions, and don't go on about those in here. Is that all right? Are we cool with that? I can't be nicer, can I? Is there any way I can say that nicer? There's not really. So let's have a crack on, shall we? What else have we got? So that was the Artery thingy, which I think is really nice. And I have actually been enjoying. It's not mouth to lung, which surprised me, but equal, I mean, it's very restricted lung. And the coils, they're okay. They're okay, but they could be a little bit better. I have put 3 different flavors through that particular coil, and I haven't got spares. So that's most annoying. But anyway, we'll see how we get on. Now then, also being tested is we've got the Watofo Nudge, which is great. We've got the Nudge, obviously has the Stentorian RAM button going on there, and just in case you get stuck when you're out driving, you've got the car fuse in the middle there, so that's fun. But no, so we've got the locking button from the I mean, they've even got the thing going on underneath like the RAM had. I don't know. I'm going to let you know my thoughts about this one. But once again, we're talking about another super cheap box. So I think my feelings on this will be very similar to the Druga. However, it does feel a little more solid than the Druga. And we don't have the spinny nut on the 510, which is a good thing. Is the 510 any good? Who knows? Now, I've got a 0.14 coil in here at the moment. And in here, it is, what is it? It's the Arthur. There we go. The Arthur RDA. So exciting, isn't it? This one's from Advocate and came out today. I built it on a live stream. I did the unboxing for my Patreon people. I built it on a live stream, and it's a sort of a 24mm stumpy affair. Now, this is obviously, we've got the stabilized pissed version going on right here. Do I need to do that so you can see it? There we go. It's kind of yeah. It doesn't look clever under camera, but yeah, it's like an ultimate color going on there. And it's a dual coil, but it's a kind of a super kind of old school basic deck. Just 2 posts, 2 holes, 1 in each post, and boom, there you go. It's nice to see that the ultimate drip tail or top cap is not super hard to get on, but at the same time it's not the tightest to get off either, so that's not a good thing. But no, as far as the vape goes, like I say, I've only just started vaping it really because I built it earlier today, and it's all right. It's got a gratuitously large drip tip that doesn't need to be there, but otherwise it's all right. So there we go. That's that. Now then, hang on, what's going on? Who's been and what's happened? Hang on, I'm looking. Is there children? Is there children? I can't see. Ben is apparently gay. Congratulations, Ben. Oh well, there you go. I'm regretting reading that out now. I really should censor myself. I really should. Now then, what else is going on? What else am I using at the moment? I'm using my my triphobic Delrin at the moment. I'm using that, and much to the joy of the hordes of people that were quite insistent that I was worse than Satan for not trying an Umie Wasp Nano, I've got a Wasp Nano on here. It's not one of the resin ones. I said no to that. I've just got the regular old Wasp Nano, and it's all right. It's not bad. It's not bad. I can see why people liked it. I can. It's nice and easy to squonk with. It is quite difficult to over squonk with, and flavor on it isn't too terrible. But you wouldn't expect the flavor to be too terrible because your face is like, you know, 0.5 centimeter away from the coil. So job's good. Now, I think, just a couple of other things just to show you. I don't think this will get a review, but I might do a live just sort of show and tell. This is the new Pulse BF kit from that very wonderful Mr. Tony B. And in the Pulse BF kit, look at that, look, oh, green, ooh, get some of those apples up here. You get the mod. These funky acrylic doors. I guess you can choose a whole bunch of different doors on these. You get the battery thing. I like the fact that the battery adapter is black rather than white. I think that's going to look great behind this kind of clear acrylic door. You get the black pulse. I think that's the 24mm going on the top there, but I will check that. And you get a matching drip tip, which I think is great. So I'm very impressed with this. I don't know how much this kit is, but I like it. I like the fact that this is a kit. Well done, Tony. And Vandy, good work on that one. They have sent me some stabilized piss doors and a stabilized piss drip tip as well, so that's nice. We'll see how those go. And Mr. Tony B very kindly sent some pink doors and a kit for my good lady as well. So she's made up. So if you do see this, Mr. B, thank you so much indeed. You're a very kind man. You're a lovely man. So no, I'm looking for. I'm gonna just stick this together and get rocking that bad boy. But like I say, I'll probably do a quick live video just to show you all about that. Yeah, soon, very soon, I imagine, just because I've already reviewed the mod and the RDA, so I'll just show them together. So that's that. A couple of other things just to tell you about quickly. We've got the what have we got in here? We've got the Dominator from Advocate, which is it's a very, very shiny tank, and it takes me back. It does take me back. It's very, very shiny, polished stainless on this one, but they do come in a bunch of different colors. That has got one of these quad coil sub-ohm jobbies going in there, but it does come with an RBA single coil deck as well. So it won't get a review, but I will give it a check out and see what that's like. I'm quite interested in the single coil deck, to be honest with you, because it does look, it's got that sort of quite modern feel to it when it comes to the single coil affair. So I'm looking forward to getting through on some of that, and we'll see how that goes. We have also got the Vandy Vape Berserker mouth to lung. Once again, this is something that I unboxed for the Patreon people, and it was a surprise. I've not looked at any pictures, I've not looked at any information, I've done absolutely nothing about this, the Berserker. But what surprised me, I knew that there was a mini available, but what surprised me is that it's not mini in length. It's only, I think this is a 22mm as opposed to the previous 24. So you can see the size difference there, but it's actually a hair taller than the previous RTA. So the chamber inside, nice and small, so flavor wise should be fabulous. I imagine this Mr. Todd will be all over this little bad boy. You can't really see in there very well, but incredibly domed little inner chamber there. That's looking marvelous, and a tiny little single coiler going on right in there as well. So that'll be great. I am actually going to give that a go because I really liked the Berserker. I think the Berserker is my favorite mouth to lung tank of 2017. And in the box as well, you do get a clear glass and a stabilized piss glass, as well as a stabilized piss drip tip as well. So you get a bunch of options going on in there. And then finally, and I've not unpacked them, so I'm not going to show them to you, we do have the Aries, and these this is obviously I think this is Mr. Basado's tank, I believe. So we've got the black one and the stainless one going on there. I'll give them a go. I've heard that they're not a super tight restriction on the airflow, and I know Mr. B didn't like how tight the Berserker was, which confused me a little bit. But yeah, so Mr. B and Dimitri, and so we'll get to grips with those two, and we'll with one of them, and we'll see what the score is. But there we go. That, I think, ladies and gentlemen, covers everything. I think it does anyway. I'm pretty sure it does. Fingers crossed. So hopefully we're going to be good to go. Now then, fucking then. That didn't work, did it? What?
What if I'd been picking my nose or scratching my arse? Or
that would have been all the better. All the better.
Uncalled for, that, Mr. Vaping Biker. I'm actually vaping on the thingamabobber, whatchamacallit thing just now.
Aries?
Yes.
Wasn't there another tank called an Aries?
Probably back in the mists of time.
Okay. I just got a feeling that it was done by like what's that Araya area? Did they not do that thing?
Yeah, the Beyond Vape guys thing.
Ooh. Yes, they're the puppies, but I might be wrong. Anyway,
I do agree with you on the airflow, though. It is a mouth to lung, but it's quite a open mouth to lung.
Right.
It's not mouth to lung 2012 or original K-Fun mouth to lung.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's, if you look at the hole underneath the coil, it's just it's never going to be a real mouth to lung, but it's still good. It's still good.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it anyway.
I'll give it a go and see what see what happens. I might do it, seeing as I've got three. What have I got? I've got that one, the Advocain one, and the Berserker. I might just do a mouth to lung video, possibly, but that might upset a bunch of manufacturers. I don't know.
Yeah, no, the Americans get away with that all the time.
Right. So thank you very much for coming on, Mr. Todd. I've not spoken to you properly for ages. Normally me and Mr. Todd will do quite a few hangouts during the week, and since I've been a poorly sick boy, he's actually been able to get on with work and not have me bugging him every 5 minutes.
Yes, that's because you've been buying the internet.
Only today.
It's nice of you to leave something for other people.
It's got to be done. But no, I need a fast computer, so hopefully it's going to happen. Very excited.
I have to apologise if you can hear the thing. Is it that side? That side. If you can hear that printer, I'm really sorry.
What are you printing? Can you share it with us?
I'm printing a desktop vise.
Okay, a vise out of PLA.
Yeah, but it's about 80% infill.
Okay.
So it's like it's just for soldering and things like that, just to get a good grip of something.
Ooh, you're brave.
It was more because it had cogs and rods and handles, and I couldn't resist.
And things and stuff and shit and what have you.
Yeah, and I've printed so many little mech mods this week that I had to stop.
Are they all the same one? Are they all mod maker ones, or have you printed different ones?
No, I found a guy on, oh god, what's he called? SG or Sierra Golf Mods with a Z. He's on Thingiverse, and he's got a whole pile of little skunk. I mean, there's a Joule 18651 that won't show up very well in the white.
Okay.
And I did that.
Have you got that one working? Because I think you were going to do that when I had a quick chat to you last week at some point.
Yeah, I've still. It's quite sturdy. It's very sturdy. Back. It's. Do you know what it is? There's nothing. You know yourself. There's nothing great about them. Not just this one, but you can print one off in 2.5 hours and have a working mod, and it costs you pence for the filament.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's just good fun.
Yeah, but did you get did you get those copper straps? And did they work?
No, I didn't. I got distracted.
Oh, fucking.
As I usually do.
It's just hard work, Mr. T. You're just hard work, man.
You've been talking to Cam, haven't you?
But no, thank you for coming on, and I hope you managed to get a lot of work done last week, because I'm going to get back on your case now, just to annoy you, because you've been pushing out far too many videos of late, and I'm a little bit scared that I'm not going to catch you up as quickly as I thought I was. Yes,
but I have to put out about 20 videos to get as many views as you do for one.
Well, you know, it's my baby blue eyes and my good looks. Right, before we get into some chat, I've got a couple of things I want to talk to you about.
Oh, you never warned me.
I didn't.
Oh, hang on. Block. Boom. Oh, sorry, Patricia.
What was that?
That was she had some female friends that she wanted to share with us.
Ooh, I haven't heard those before. Good work.
No, it's okay. I got her details before I blocked her.
Right. So I think Gizz's Stew's in the chat. Hello, Gizz's Stew. How you doing, Giz? Missed you on Saturday. What else is going on? David Mottram's in the chat as well. Mr. Todd, that will be shit. I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming that he's talking about your dual parallel Gene 650 Squonker. I don't know.
Thank you for that constructive feedback.
You can't beat it, can you? It's that sort of, take it on board, learned, moving forward with those ideas. We've pulled our wagons in a circle and set a stake in the ground to identify our exact motivation for moving forward with this particular project.
So what am I going to get hauled over the coals for then?
Nothing. Oh, I want to say hello to a few people in chat first. Is there anyone that I've not seen? Dean, can you do a volt drop test on the Tuck mod from Purge? What?
On you Tuck mod from Purge.
I got to do. I can only do a volt drop test on the mods that I've got. You crazy pearls. But no. So we'll have to see. Oh, the plastic vice will be shit, he's saying. I get what he's doing. He's not actually pulling through. You're not pulling through kind of hard pressure on it, are you? It's just holding stuff.
It's for holding stuff, and it's for shits and giggles, and I've got one and you haven't. Get it up yet? Yeah.
What else we got there? Mr. Vapor, have you tried the Zeus RTA? Yes, I have. And I was not a huge fan. There we go. Boom. But that's not necessarily saying that it's shit. It's just me saying that I don't really like tanks these days. Jules Gilchrist is in from a 4%er. It's still, yeah, well done. Nice to see you, Jules. Right, so truck mod. I guess that's from the purge one that they were asking earlier on. If so, no, I haven't got one, haven't tried one, and so can't do a volt drop test on it. So there we go. I've still got to do the volt drop test on my Deathwish one that I didn't do. I didn't do the volt drop test on the Deathwish purely because I forgot, because I'm an idiot. Like I said, I did forget stuff on that review. But it was also one of those things that I've been getting a lot of shit recently about people saying, oh, the volt drop test does fuck all, because people weren't grabbing the concept that it was, you know, they're not standalone figures and they're all relevant to each other. But no, there was a lot more people saying that they wanted it back. So the volt drop test will be coming back, ladies and gentlemen. So boom. There we go. Oh, also, while I remember it, before we get into something, the Christmas t-shirt I'm hoping to be ready for sale on the 1st of December, and I anticipate I've got a funeral on the 1st, but possibly on the 2nd I'll be releasing the Christmas charity raffle, which is going to be huge. I've got some amazing stuff going in that one, so that should be fantastic. Dennis Dixon, are you still thinking about doing a 24-hour show? Yes, I am. And if I can get a chair where I can sit in it for 24 hours, then yeah, absolutely. I'm up for doing that for charity, definitely. But it does take a lot to organize. It really does. Hey, Dean, has Times Vape sent you a Dreamer mod? No, they have not. So there we go. That answers that one. Todd, what 3D printer do you have? Asks Greg Olson.
Prusa i3 Mark II.
There we go. You see?
I was just typing that out. That saves me doing that.
See, it's because he was in his ivory tower too long, couldn't cope with the iMac A8 because it was too cheap for him. That's what it was.
It's not.
Oh, cheeky little snort came out then. What are the disadvantages of squonkers, says Steve Raven? There are none. Boom. What are the disadvantages with dripping?
Yeah, you have to hold a bottle.
There you go. So boom, that's about that. Now then, seeing as this is a nice little segue, seeing as it's talked about squonkers, guess where this is going?
No, I'm leaving. If you're going to start talking about the lift tank, I'm off.
So the Inakin lift tank. I'm sure a lot of you, all of you watching, will be fully aware of what this is about now. With regards to, it's a little 2mm tank that sits underneath a squonkable RDA, so a regular RDA with a squonk pin going through it, and it uses sort of air pressure to siphon up juice up through the middle of that pin, and then away you go. Now, I unboxed mine a couple of weeks ago, maybe. I can't remember what it was now. And I did mine on another Patreon stream, and we all had muchos laughter about the fact that I could not get the bastard to work, and it was very, very upsetting. So I sat there and thought about it, and I had a little kind of what's going on here. Peter Shaw, no, I wasn't, mate. I was in my bed being a cripple. I was having a little play with it and having a little think, and I thought to myself, do you know what I think it is? I think if you use a particularly wide open RDA and try and suck on it, it doesn't generate enough air pressure inside the chamber to allow the siphon bit to work, because I'm an engineer, you see, I know these things. And there was somebody who shall remain unnamed, but is also in this hangout, who was quite insistent on saying, "Hang on, I'm not going to name him, but I might show you." He's quite insistent on going, "Well, your shit then. You just can't fucking make it work, can you?" Who was that?
That's only because my one was working.
Now then. my idea of not enough pressure being inside the RDA to be able to pull it forward, and you said, "No, that's shit. It works. You just rubbish." How do you feel about that now?
Now you're counting on the fact here that I'm a gentleman, and that I will repeat what I said earlier on. You're not taking into account that I'm a bit of a wanker and that I might just make shit up now. Right. In all fairness to my little friend here, you're such an arse. If you're vaping on an RDA that is restricted direct lung, you know, it's just middle of the road, then the lift does work. It does work.
Yes.
Hands down, it works.
Yes.
But if I take the drop and I put the drop fully open airflow wise, then I will just get a dry hit after about 4 pulls.
Yeah.
It just cannot handle a really cloudy RDA or a lot of airflow. It just cannot handle it. So, and it was Richard, Mr. Vaping V1CK, that said that, you know, in that situation, he was just putting his fingers over the air holes in the RDA, priming it again, and then that would be it. But then that just, whilst he's right, I think that just defeats the whole purpose of actually having the lift tank. Absolutely,
I completely agree. But I just want to go, no, I was right. Okay, but yes, yeah, I think that is absolutely the point. And I have struggled. Now I know that they've got their. Have you got some? Get rid of someone else as well? Were they doing the sexy times as well?
Yeah, they were taking advantage of the fact that I was squirming, and they thought they would just get in there and spout some spam.
Yeah, I mean, I have been sitting here trying to figure out why it's a thing, why it's necessary, and the challenge that I've had in my little head is that it's essentially it's an RDTA adapter for your favorite Squonk atomizer, I guess.
Absolutely, yes. That's exactly.
Now, the one thing I've not tried on it, but I imagine we'll be fine looking at this O-ring, is a 22mm atomizer.
Yeah, 22mm will go on.
Yeah, but the problem there is it's going to look shit, isn't it?
Yes, it does look shit. Yes, it does look shit, but it still works.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, I mean, you're someone that likes your kind of restricted stuff. I got angry at it because it was promising a thing that didn't specify that it had to be for your kind of more restricted vapors. But do you see a place in the market for it?
I really don't understand why the fact that they've designed it, they've created it, and it does work to a degree. I think that's great. Good for them. Innovation, awesome. All for that. But I don't think anybody was sitting there at lunchtime and thought, do you know what we need? We need a tank that you can put a squonk and dripper onto and use on a normal regulated mod. No. No.
And it does make me worry a little bit about the mod that they've got working on the same system, because that's going to be something that people are going to want to open up a little bit that they're not going to be able to, isn't it?
Yeah, I really, I mean, that's, Anakin were saying that should be out to us the first week in December.
Right.
I really don't know how that's going to work, because it's a tank inside. It's like, it almost looks like a billet box, as you know, but it's like a tank inside it. I don't think you put anything on top, do you? Or is it? Or do you?
To be honest, I've not really paid too much attention to it, so I don't know yet.
Yeah, it's a toy.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I mean, if you have a dripper that you use for squonking, I just don't think it's something I would go out and buy myself.
Yeah.
But then I'm a reviewer and I don't buy shit. So
do you know who you are? Now then.
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
Did you get an email from iDroid this afternoon?
I did.
Are you going to talk about it?
I didn't read it.
I don't usually. But what they were talking about, it was, I think it's something I've mentioned to you before, maybe in your chat, is a tank that takes pre-built coils that you can squonk with.
Okay.
So that's something that's coming from iDroid down the line, and I think that's a good thing. Myself.
I've just over-squonked. A tank that takes pre-built coils. So essentially, yes, you get your Nautilus 2, for instance, and you can squonk it.
Yes.
Does that need to be a thing?
It doesn't need to, but it's something that I think would be a better thing than the lift.
Yeah. Well, duh. Yes, no, I agree there. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. I don't think I'm going to. I don't know. Should I review it or should I get it? I don't know.
I have not replied yet, so just.
I might let them know that I'll do it as a show in a vlog, and then that'll be the end of those apples, I think. Now then, Scott Muller has shown something or said something which did tickle me, because somebody else actually emailed about this last week, I think it was, and it reminded me of a product, and you can tell me whether I'm just dreaming on this one or not. But it's like a bottle that you attach under your 510, and it sits by the side of your mod.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't something like that come out like in 2012 or something? I'm sure there was
years and years and years ago.
Yeah,
it was a tiny little bottle. It was Super T. I'm sure it was Super T that did it.
Okay.
But yes, it used to be a thing.
I'm not entirely sure how I feel about having a squonker on a tube mod. To be fair, I don't. That kind of weirds me out a little bit.
It looks stupid. That's the thing. That's the problem.
Yes, it does look very, very silly. But yeah, that apparently is being a thing again. Who knew? And I love the fact it tickles me now that I've been in vaping for long enough to be able to go, oh yeah, we had one of them years ago. I mean, I've not been in the game as long as you, obviously, but no, just to look back on it, and you get the sort of the new vape, you just go, look at this is awesome. It's not though, is it? Because we had that like years ago, and it didn't take on because it was a bit shit.
It's like it's even like you're saying about your voltage drop tests and people complaining. I mean, that comes around every 2 years. There'll be a reviewer that starts doing voltage drop tests. They'll then get their balls chewed out for it. They'll stop doing it.
Yeah.
It'll kick off another couple of years later, and then everybody thinks it's great. Then somebody thinks they're a wise ass and starts chewing your balls about it.
Yeah. I think I'll. I still don't know if I like it dark or light. Yeah, I think I'm going to carry on doing it just because people seem to dig it. So that's all good.
Yeah.
Should we answer a few questions? Should we see what's going on there?
Yeah, but we've not to speak to Jesse Horn because he's been a smart arse.
Now I've got to go and see.
Yeah, and also David Mottram, we don't speak to him either. These are all people that just take the piss out of me and not you. So
that's good. That's good. They're good people. I can't see what Jesse's saying, so you're lucky. There we go. Well, the guy in that is a reviewer. Vape Don't Smoke said, has anyone got the 528 custom squonk mod, and is it worth getting? I got offered it, but I declined it because it wasn't available to UK distro when I got offered it, and it was only for sale via custom. No, yes, 528 customs. So because of that, I was like, no, if people can't get hold of it, then I'm not really that interested in showing it off. So, but the parallel one looks a little bit sexier to me than the triple one, to be honest with you. Todd's Vaping Boya Todd's reviews. Coilmaster are coming out with a mech called Groot. Any comments about the obvious IP theft? I've not seen it. I've not seen it. Have you seen it, Groot?
I've not seen it, and quite frankly, I'm surprised that you even think Coilmaster would copy somebody else's idea on it. Anything. I don't believe that for a second. And quite frankly, I'm a fit now.
At Todd's reviews, you chatted about the no-name stuff, not a tank though. David?
Yeah.
What?
No name, that iJoy tank with the pre-made coil squonker.
Okay.
No Name did something like that previously.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I really like the no-name stuff as well. Well, the couple of atomizers that I had from those guys.
Well, yeah, I liked them until they got in bed with Avatar.
Don't know.
They started doing.
Oh, is that when they did the no fucks given mod?
Yeah, they just seem to take a different direction, and yeah.
Gotcha.
Did you see what he just typed about me?
Who? What now?
David Cockram.
Hang on, I'm scrolling down. Todd's. Fair enough. Right, Miggy is asking. I think they asked earlier on as well, and I forgot to mention it. Have we tried the Spruzer? Now, yes, I have tried the Spruzer. I've got that here, and then it broke before I got through my first tank. So I think they've emailed me and asked me if I wanted another tank, and I've not got back to them. It annoyed me that it broke, to be honest with you. So I have not used it any more than that. So that's that. Have you got one?
No. Get up you.
But yeah. So, and it's big. It's unnecessarily large and unwieldy, and the atomizer. That's the name of it. Just it. I don't know. It kind of reminds me a little bit like it's a little bit like a bell end on the top there. But I'm not a huge fan. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't like the fact that it broke on me. And, well, I didn't even get through a full tank. You can see there that's as far as it went before the tank broke. So yeah, not a huge fan. It's just a bit unnecessary, and the fact that you've got play in the squonky thing and stuff just didn't work out overly well for me, to be honest with you. However,
yeah, look at that one. That's how you do something new.
Ooh, oh, that's a Mark Bugs one. Hang on, let me just put. Is it Mark Bugs?
Yes, that's Mr. Mark Bugs.
There we go. Pop the thing on you. It's on you. Right, talk us through that bad boy then.
It is a mechanical, but it has wires inside it, but it is a mechanical.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
All right.
It's not.
18650 battery goes in here, but this bit here, doink.
Ooh.
So, for those of you that know, get it out of there, get out. You guys that know that thing, the easy dripper.
Yes.
So
I never got one of them. I was very upset about that.
I use one of them all the time. So this is basically one of those things that goes inside there, and you just going like that, and you just squonk.
Just pushes up.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Push there, and that's it. Away it goes.
Excellent. How much does that juice bottle hold?
I suppose any other reviewer worth his salt would know that kind of thing. I would say at least 10 mil. At least 10 mil.
Gotcha. Is that Ultim as well? It looks like it's Ultim.
Yes, it is. It's
okay.
Ultim. So yes, it's very nice. It's very nice. But this is just a prototype. And there will be changes to it and whatnot. I imagine it will be rather expensive, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, absolutely, and tough to get hold of, I imagine.
No, they're actually you can buy all the Mark Bugs gear from his shop.
Really?
Yeah, you can just buy it from the shop.
I don't think I've looked because I just can't afford it. So. Andrew Manuel has asked, or Manuel, whatever it is, Andrew, sorry. Have you guys tried the Luna from Asmodus? Well, I have reviewed it. So go and check out your favorite vaping bike channel for the Luna review. Now, there is another company that does this as well, and I think I mentioned it in the review, but the Asmodus one has the Asmodus A on the button, but I think that's because that the Luna people, I think Asmodus own Luna now, if maybe, but or Ultrona rather, but they were doing the distribution, and so in America, so they put the Asmodus A on top of it, and I think another company was doing a distribution somewhere else in the world, and so they put their logo on the button. But no, the Luna is what is my favorite. I think it's my favorite squonker of the year, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Sorry, mate, if you don't mind, I'm tempted. How much are they selling for it? Have you seen them in the UK yet for sale?
No, somebody told me that they are about, but I haven't looked, to be honest with you. I've been on my sick bed dying. Shush.
I'll just because I know that he's asked a few times and I've been ignoring the question. Cool Runnings 100, such an awesome film. Cool Running. Anyway, is there a big difference between the Yeti SXG class and the Dicode's Danny 25 in stainless steel temp mode? Is it worth the money for the Dicodes? The G class. Have I actually had a G class?
G class is this big bastard, isn't it?
Yeah, I've not had a G. I've got the 475, but I've never had the G class. The Danny's, as far as I'm concerned, it's flawless in temp mode. It really is. Yeah. And but you have to customize everything on the mod. It's not very intuitive. It's built like a brick shit house. It's built like nothing else on the planet. But if you can get your head around the menu system, then yeah. And
it is a tough. That was a Dicodes board that I put in that green mod a year or two ago, wasn't it? And don't they work especially well with that NIFE PNG 7254, whatever it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could not wrap my head around the menu system. I just couldn't cope with it at all.
No, it's oh, before I forget, happy birthday to Louis. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Louis. I did say happy birthday on his wall earlier on. What somebody asked a question a little while ago. Let's have a little look on here, see if I can find it.
There's one for Gizzard. I just want to show that to Gizzard just in case he just yes, there we go. She's very pretty, very pretty. Yeah.
That is a very sexy mod, that one. Right, Guybrush Threepwood is asking update on the G-Box. And Barris is asking, do I have it? Yes. I've had a G-Box now for, well, since Expo, and then they said that they were going to upgrade a couple of bits and bobs on it, which they don't appear to have done. But yes, so I've got two of them that I've been playing with, and yeah, I think it's a strong little mod. I really liked the original G-Box S100 that they came out with, and now the board is pretty much the same as the Aegis. I don't know how much they're going for, but I don't think they're super expensive for a dual 18650 regulated squonker. It's a nice little mod. It is a nice little mod. Once again, not perfect by any stretch. And in as much as the very first one that I got, although it was a prototype, it broke the first time I used it. But since then, I've had no problems whatsoever. And so yeah, the review on that will be coming out this week.
It's about £55–60.
Oh, well, in that case, bargain. And I think they're doing it in kit form as well, aren't they?
Yes.
There we go. Josh is asking, what's our most expensive high-end mods? I've got a couple of one-offs, wooden one-offs as well as metal one-offs made by a very, very, very clever man with a beard, who's a reviewer, and so you know they're priceless. No one can buy them, so you know that's that.
Oh, full of shit.
Even that knob in the shed hasn't got one of them. So, you know, woo-hoo. But I don't think we really need to go into the money side of things, do we? It's mods aren't governed by their price. Mods are governed by the connection you have with them, I think, and whether you really like what the artist or what the maker of that mod does. And so you can get kind of a custom mod, if you like, for not very much money at all, but then you can go and spend thousands on a mod. And you know, depends on what your wallet is and what tickles your undercarriage, really.
Yep, totally agree with you.
Right, what we got going on here? Thanks for the Daedalus review. Great piece of kit. There is a Daedalus V2 now, which I believe they're sending me, which I'm very, very excited. Avid Artisan are sending me the new version of it, which looks like it's got sort of an update. The drill is the same, but it's an updated spindle thing and stuff and things which are going to make some wire types a little bit easier to make, which I'm very much looking forward to trying that one out. So that's going to be cool, and I'll be able to show you that very, very soon. Mr. Todd, show Dean the brake lever. Mike, he's shown me flying sumo the minute he got it. In fact, before he got it, he was sending me photos going, have that up here, yeah, wanker.
This is very true. I did send you photos from Germany. I did.
Just so upset me. But I did try it years before Todd, so you know.
Yeah, but did you see he's actually put on his page that he's updated the 510 on it, but he's also done one for somebody else. It's got instead of seeing the screen, he's got a cover, but it's got a skull on it.
Oh,
just thought I would share that with you.
What?
I've still got a battery in this.
Dean, will you do a Christmas special review with beard glitter? No, I will not, and I will find you and hunt you down, and that'll never happen again. No beard glitter, no beard baubles, no Christmas shit. It's not happening. It's not happening. However,
I remember you in the Ideal Home show having all that shit on.
Because you said I won't come on the show unless you wear baubles.
That's very true. I did say that.
So you held me to ransom to come on for the first time ever. And look what happened there, look. You see, you're regular now. I suffer for my art. I suffer for my art, I tell you. Right, what have we got? Have we got any questions? Have you got any questions out there in the chat world? Get them out now, who misses. We're not going to be going on forever tonight. We're not going to be, you know, doing the full bifter. Let's have a vape. Dean, what's up from Texas? What's up? I don't really know what that voice was that came out of my mouth just then, but that's the thing. Will you do a review for the Kangatech iCan? Just the mod?
What is it?
Not a fucking clue. Oh, hang on. No, it might be the kit that they've got, which is just kind of a little Evolution donated one to a cause I was running a little while ago, and I only saw the box. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I think it's the Icon rather than the iCan.
No, there is an iCan.
Oh, it might be the iCan then. Little 150 watt dual battery job, I think, maybe, or I could be horribly wrong.
You're horribly wrong. Just move on to something else, please.
Now then, what else have we got going on here? Hello from the Vaping Painter from Lethbridge, Alberta. Hello, Vaping Painter. I need another bit. I had a very, very nice person give me a painting of a skull with a beard with a vaping biker thing. They got their tattooist to do it a year or so ago, year and a half ago now. I think it's marvelous. So I'm up for some fan art. I might do it like a giveaway for a bit of fan art. I don't know. We'll have to see what goes on. Thank you very much for the recommendation on the Lunar Squonker. I love mine and want another. Fucking right. Isn't it lovely, Justin? Mr. Todd hasn't got one. He needs one. Richard Johnson says in Norwich, a fine city. Yes, it is. It says so on the sign. What have we got going on here? Can we please talk about the squonk? No, we can't talk about the 528 squonk because I haven't got one. There's not really anything I can talk to you about.
That's the end of that one then, huh?
Vaping Bike and Todd's reviews. Do you already got the Hugo Mech Squonker? I have not.
I've got one No, I've not got one either.
It's a Hugo one? So weren't they the guys that were doing the ones that were very similar to the Boxer ones? Was it those guys? I can't remember.
I have no idea, buddy. I have no idea.
I can't remember.
Oh, you're absolutely correct. Yes, you are.
Yeah. Thank you. Like I could be wrong. DeMillan is saying Yeehy SX550J chipset or the Evolve DNA 250. Well, it's a tough one. It depends on what sort of thing you want it for. I would say it's the 250C out yet. It's not, is it?
No, it's not out yet.
No, so I would, that's good. I really like both Yeehy and DNA boards. I think the recent Yeehy mods are gash, but I think the boards are really, really good. I really do enjoy them, and I think temp control on Yeehy on stainless has been spectacular.
Yeah.
So boom, there we go. Guybrush 3, and it works really well with the Evolve stuff as well, but you just have to fiddle with it a little bit more with Evolve rather than straight out of the box. Guybrush is asking how the dog's doing. She's doing fantastically well. Thank you very much indeed. Geronimo, Vaping Biker, just got in some 316L 24 gauge stainless and some 36 gauge stainless steel. Why should I try a regular Clapton or a fused one for my first coil building? That's some thick old wire you've got there, Guybrush. Geronimo, rather. That is some thick old wire. I would have gone for 26 gauge stainless steel with 38 gauge on the outside. That's what I go with. But no, just try a single core. What?
I would disagree with you on that one.
Of course you would. But no, if it's going to be for mech use, I would have said 26 gauge stainless with 38 on the outside. And if you're doing it on a regulated mod, then you should be fine and dandy. But try a single core to start with your 36 gauge on the outside and see what goes on. But I use Kanthal on the outside because it doesn't carry any current, and so it just seems Kanthal just seems to hold up a little bit better at high power. Right, what else have we got going on here? Any suggestions for a 2700 mech tube? Well, I'm using the Outlaw at the moment from Rig, which is rather good. So boom, that one. But or you can look at any of the 2700 mech reviews that I've done of late. Oh, the bare bones. No, yes, bare bones. That's a good one too. I've got that on my desk. Say anything you want to answer there, Mr. T?
No, I just want Hedgehog Legs has offered up the rest of their Chinese, and I would love a Chinese right now.
Hey, now I've started this diet this week.
Don't say it out loud because people will hold you to it.
No, they don't know what I eat. That's fine.
Okay.
But now I've started this diet. It's awful. It's awful. I've done a day of it, and I'm not impressed at all. What are you laughing at? What are you saying? What are you saying?
I just went to Dominic has posted a question, which I think most people want to know the answer to. When can we expect the review for the Nightcore mixer?
Yes. Right. Let me tell you a story. Now, basically, all it is I've not really sat down and used it to mix very much because I'm a useless twat. And I keep forgetting, even though it's on the side of my desk, I keep forgetting it's there. And then I pick it up and I go, right, let's get back in touch with this one. And then I completely forget how to use the menu because it's a really rubbish user interface. And so I don't like that at all. And so I'll kind of fiddle around with it, get angry, maybe mix something, and then I'll go, right, I'll review that tomorrow. And then something comes up and I haven't managed to get around to it. But no, I can. But the review basically is a twat to use. But if you want easy mixing, then it's certainly something that's worthwhile. If you're going to mix 500 mil, it's going to do nothing for you. But if you're going to mix like 100 mil or something like that, especially if you buy the larger bars for it on Amazon, then it can poodle away and it can do the job for you. But the heating aspect of it is very, very good when it comes to sort of thick VG, particularly in the colder weather at the minute as well. It helps just thin it out, so it does help just get that mixing done a little bit quicker and a little bit easier. So there we go.
That was awesome. Anyway, so when's the review?
Soon.
Is that after the squeak or before the squeak?
Around about the same time.
Right at the same time.
Probably after though, to be honest with you.
That's what you get for bringing up the lift tank.
Don't, you're a wanker. Look, I don't feel bad about not doing stuff very often, but I do feel really bad that I keep forgetting to do the scrape.
I don't think Chris would mind.
That does makes me feel horrible, but there we go. I've apologized to Chris on more than one occasion, I think.
And speaking about the scrape, I actually have coming, because it looks like that just now.
Oh.
That's my scrape. They've got a bell cap coming for it.
Oh, have they? That'll be an interesting thing.
Yes, they'll not send you one because you've not you yet. No.
Obviously.
No, so that's a thing. There's a man, Craig Hickenbotham. That's an awesome name.
That is a quality name. I like that.
Yeah, I'd love to be shouting that out at 1 o'clock in the morning when I'm drunk. Yeah. He's asking.
That did sound very dodgy, then, by the way.
Therion 75C or the VT inbox? What would you go for?
I've not had the VT inbox, so I can't comment on that. I think you've had that, haven't you?
I've had them both, yes.
Yes, I like the 75C because I like to fiddle about and customize and put logos on and all that sort of good shit. Which reminds me, that's something else I've not done. Put my Vaping Biker 75C logo and theme on the website. Bastard. But no, so I can only comment on one. You're the man to give us the rundown. Go for it, Mr. Todd.
I will, like you said, if you like mucking about with menus, I would go for the 75C. It's, but I don't know what price the inbox. If the inbox is a lot cheaper now, I would probably go for that because I hate having to pull the battery out from behind the squonk bottle on the Therion.
Gotcha.
That's my only real negative for it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That does make sense. It's good mod, but yeah, it would have been nice if they had just redesigned the 75C to have a door underneath, wouldn't it? Yeah,
that's. I do. I mentioned that in my review. I think. No, that was you that mentioned that in your. Yeah. Anyway.
Rooney Plays says, "How do I persuade the missus to get me the Pulse kit for Christmas?"
You buy a shed and you get things posted to another address.
or here we go. Look, here's a challenge. Sweetheart, I found something I'd really like for Christmas, and it's going to help you because it's going to stop me juicing all over you.
Hey?
Exactly.
That went down well.
I won't drip over the sofa anymore. If you, I won't have to wipe my mod on the curtains. If you can get me one of these, because I won't have to drip, so it'll be way less messy, and you won't get stuff all over you. Can't argue that.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't. Actually, Wolfie Smith has just said that the 510 on his Therion leaks bugger. I think he's Scottish. That's why he speaks like that. I must admit, the V1, the original Therion, did have issues with leaking from the 510. My one, the second one, didn't.
Yeah.
So. And
I know on the 75C they changed the O-ring, didn't they, to combat that? So it shouldn't. Yes. I've not had any leaking from mine either, to be honest with
you. Sorry, just. Mike Young has just said, "Have you heard the bloke that wrote the song Hokey Cokey has died?" And they couldn't get him in the coffin because he kept putting his left leg out. I apologize. That just tickled me.
Nice. Right. Any other questions? If you got any more, start them with @VapingBiker or @ToddsReviews, and we'll see about answering anything you need for the the evening. To be fair, she's getting the Tesla steampunk, so I need a new tree. Well, fucking right, absolutely, Rooney. Get it up here. Get yourself and get the kit. Don't mess around with just the mod. Get the kit with a couple of extra doors. There we go.
Yes.
Just in case you smash any back doors, you can replace them that way.
You're a bad man.
Oh dear, I tell you, it's that caffeine.
I just, oh, they're all at it now. There's somebody else with the bad jokes.
Right, so any more for any more, then crack on and let us know. I don't think I've got anything. What? Go on.
I was going to ask you. So, and so the nudge.
Yes.
You really don't like it, do you?
I think I like it. I dislike it less than I dislike the Druga, to be honest. But I dislike this for a whole bunch of different reasons. I mean, there's no need for that.
Is that your door?
Yeah. So that's
nothing.
Well,
nothing at all.
Well, aren't you special? So there's that. The fact that it's encased in this carbon fiber fucking thing. No need for that.
This is a true story that I actually went and bought carbon fiber vinyl wrap and did the interior on my BMW just so I could take photos and send them to Dean to wind them up. That's how bad I am. Sorry.
But yeah, so I'm not a fan of that. I don't like, there's been people that had the RAM that have said that the solder has come off the button on their RAM, which is one of the reasons why I took mine apart and ripped the guts out. And so it's the same button on this, so I don't understand why that's the thing. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I mean, 25 quid, you know, it depends how much the Vandy Vape Pulse kit is, to be honest with you. I think we have reached a level where people are trying to put things out so cheaply that they're not mods that are going to last for a long time. And the argument on that a lot of the time, as with clones, is, well, if I get that and I enjoy it, then I'll buy something better later on. But then you're buying twice rather than spending a little bit more in the first instance and getting something decent. And I think that we're in a danger of getting stuff that's so cheap that it's actually going to put people off that style of product. So there.
Fair comment. Fair comment.
There we go. Now then, time out. I dare you to do a juice review. No, get it up yet. Touch reviews. I'm considering a dot mod Petrie Light V2 mech mod for Christmas. What's your opinion? I don't buy anything dot mod related, since they threw out the originators and people from dot mod. So I don't buy any of that. And their recent whatever's gone on with that lipo mod that they had, no, I'd go out and buy something else personally. Vaping V1CK, have I missed out? Yes. You knew when we were starting. Where were you? You should have been here at the start.
Yeah, we were talking about your latest review, Richard, and
we were.
I don't know. Yeah.
And there was that thing that he did with the, you know.
Oh, I know. That was, I know. I reckon he'll lose a lot of subscribers for that. But anyway, that's just my thought on it.
But go and check out Vaping V1CK. You should do. He's a nice lad.
We love him.
Marcus Uden, what about buying Smok TFV 8 coils from Amazon? I personally wouldn't, because I'd want to support a local vape shop or online retailer that I trust. But I know more people are using things like Amazon and eBay these days. But to me, it's not something that I'd be totally okay with. Just to save like a quid or something, I don't really see the point in it, to be honest.
There's Kyle has said, have you tried the Basardo tank? Yes, we talked about it earlier on. There it is there.
He's got it. I've got mine here. I've not wicked mine up yet, so I haven't tried it. Yep. There you go. But I've got a bit.
I do have to say it. I do have to. Let's just this is something worth discussing.
Is it though?
Yeah. Right. Where is it? Where is it? I mean, this is just. I mean, just I don't know if that'll show up.
Oh, there it is.
That's terrifying. That is.
Hey, a couple of months earlier, you could have put them outside your front door and that would have scared off people at Halloween. That'd have been fine.
They just, I love them to bits, but they look like Jack and Victor there. They really do.
This is how we get hated by the community. Funny that if you take the piss out of a load of high-end reviewers or top class reviewers and call them all cunts, then they don't like you. They probably won't give you shout outs. Anyway, Triple Twisted RTA from Vandy Vape never leaks. Well, jolly good. Well done. That's good to know. You're the man. I'm assuming that he's talking about one of us, young Trey there. I'm waiting on the Capo Squonk to get here in the mail in the next hour or so, but I hear it's shit. Have you had your hands on one? I haven't. Yeah, I thought they looked quite cool. And I think Daniel DJ LSB has reviewed one. You were going to get one and it never arrived. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it doesn't go over 4.2 volts. I think that's the problem with it, is it not?
Okay, fair enough. But for a single battery?
Yeah. I think, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure there was something along those lines. That was the issue with it.
Gotcha. Marcus says the problem with buying coils in vape shop or online is that in the EU there are some problems with government. Obviously, I'm in the EU, but it depends on what country you're in, I guess. I can't really say much about that, to be honest with you. I don't really know. The only thing to do is just kind of push forward to get as much info as you can. Do your homework on sellers. You know, look at all of the reviews and all that sort of stuff on if you're going to use Amazon, and just make sure that things are as legit as you can be. And then if you buy a couple and you find out they're bollocks, then you know, bin them off.
Yeah. Did you? I don't know if you would have seen it. There was a post. Apparently, some people in the UK are getting UPS and FedEx are holding their parcels back and asking if the contents are TPD compliant, and that's for tanks, not just juice, but tanks as well.
No, crikey. I have not seen that, but I did hear about something happening just around about May. I think it was it the lovely Ashley that used to be on Vapors Worldwide, I think, or someone had a tank coming across to the UK, and then they just went, nah, not having it, not having that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense, because it should all be fine and dandy. We can buy what we like from as long as it comes from outside of the EU. If it comes from inside the EU, that's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah. I've not. I could look it up, but I'm too lazy. But it was. I'm sure it was Keith from Creme de Vape that was talking about it.
Okay.
I mean, a few other folk were having an issue.
I've been getting charged at customs a lot more, and I've been getting a lot of my packages have already been opened by customs to check them out, but yes. I've not had anything held back yet.
And
you would think it's a thing that one of us would get that, because we do get a few bits and bobs coming. Yeah.
I wonder, because like Anakin, they always send on the TPD version and the non-TPD version for review.
Yeah.
But that's DHL that usually send them on to us.
No, mine didn't come DHL. No, hang on. Was that Anakin? Yes. Anakin with the thingy tanks. That wasn't DHL today. That was
that was UPS, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was
how odd.
There's a question for you from David. David's asking, he's just got the Athena BF kit and he can't get any good flavor from it. Dean, do you have any ideas?
Well, you got one as well. You can answer
that. No, don't have one. He specifically asked for an answer from you.
I think no, he didn't. He spread it to both of us. Get it up here. I don't. It depends how you vape, really. I mean, I've said many times about my favorite coils, and I use my dual core Claptons for most things, and I love the flavor I get off those. And so really it depends on how you build it and what juice you use and all that sort of stuff, really, to be honest with you. I build reasonably low for it. I think around about 0.14 to 0.16 with VTC5A batteries with my dual core Claptons. So that's a bad boy going on there. But you go for generally a higher build on yours.
Yeah, I mean, it's like TC's actually just posted there saying try raising the coils a bit higher, and that's that coil position.
Yeah.
If you're doing the same builds that you normally do and applying the same power to the coil, then it's more often than not it's going to be the coil position.
Absolutely. And I can't remember what I did with mine with regards. It came with a tank, didn't it? Did it? Did. Sure, it did. I can't remember.
I can't remember either. Can't remember. Sarp Max is asking, we're going to review the new Mix Squonker from H Cigar. That'll be a no from me.
No plans to myself. I don't think I've ever spoken to H Cigar.
I stopped speaking to them.
Oops. What else have we got going on here? I think somebody must have asked about a charger. You've got, and I'm about to get the X-Star Dragon Pro.
Yes.
And that's a decent little charger, isn't it?
It is, yes. It's a very good charger.
And you can fit the 21700s in there as well.
No. But... yes, you can. You can.
I'm looking forward to giving that a go.
Yeah.
Inikin has the extended chimney for the Aries, you guys and girls in the TPD region coming. I wouldn't think that that's going to help with flavour at all.
No, we've got the non-TPD ones.
Oh, have we?
Here just now. But there is a TPD compliant one as well. There's a 2mm version coming.
Oh. Well, that could be a little flavour machine, that bad boy.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to be till the first week in December. I think that's going to be.
Okay. There we go. See, Mr. Todd knows his onions. You got me into squonking, got a Pulse BF. Any ideas on a dual battery mech squonker? Well, Mr. Todd's printed one off, so ask him nicely and he'll make them. I think you can buy them from toddsreviews.co.uk. And you've got to just X1. Just go onto his page, and you can put X1s under any post that he's got, and he'll put you into the running to get one of the dual battery jobs.
I do hate you sometimes.
Otherwise, you've got the custom vapes one, I guess, if you can find it anywhere. I think actually, no, wait, hold on. Isn't Matt from Fine Mods? Isn't he doing a dual parallel 18650 squonker now?
Yes, he's doing a few things.
There we go. So go and check out Fine Mods, FYNE mods.co.uk, I think. I don't think it's a .com.
I'm just posting the link for the Mod Maker files to print your own 3D printed box.
Splendid. So if you want to do, you've got a couple of options there as well. You can either go and get someone else to print them, a mate or something like that. Or what was that website I told you about? 3D printing hub.
Yeah, something like that.
3D hub. I think 3D hub, I think it is. And that will help find printers local to your area and people that just do it now and then, like me or Todd or whatever else, that will print something and then sell it to you at a pretty reasonable cost. So, go and check those guys out.
Yeah, and if you won't see the link for ModMaker in chat, but go to modmaker.co.uk and there's a section called Vape Blog and Modding Information, and you'll find the STL file in that section. There
you go. Boom. And you need to give the STL to anyone that you want to print it. So there we go. Wallop, have some of those apples. Now then, Schwartzy hates series mods. I imagine that's because the big girl gets scared about them. There he is. He says too scary. I know you, Mr. Schwartz. Now, I think we are going to be fairly covered. I don't think there's anything else that we really need to go over. Is there, Mr. T?
No, nothing. What are you reviewing next? Is it going to be the G-Box?
This week, I've got the Geek Vape G-Box coming out. I will have probably the RSQ from Hot Sig and Rig Worldwide. And just by the way, just because the Rig, there seems to be some confusion online about this. The WW under here, this is the Rig Worldwide symbol. Now, they did this when they did their big old sub-ohm tank. They did a big old beast that took TFV8 coils. Called the Tanker, and they're not going to Chinese. They've still got Rig American, Rig USA, or Vapamp American made products. That's still a thing. They're still making hardcore mechanical mods, as you would expect, but because they recognize that not everybody can afford that sort of stuff, they've also got the Rig Worldwide side of things, which means that they're going to be able to produce a few kind of cheaper products, but still usually pretty good. And so yeah, that's why. But they're two, whilst they're kind of Rig and Rig, there's still rig and rig. Rig in America is still happening, and the rig worldwide stuff is just being able to expand their offering a little bit for some cheaper and more affordable products. So boom, get that up, yeah. So I think that's it. What's your thoughts on the Wasp Nano? I'm using mine, and it's all right. You've got the posh resin one, haven't you, that you didn't know what it was made of?
Yes, I have the posh resin one here. Yes, I think it's absolutely brilliant. It without a word of a lie, it's on par with some RDAs that are 5-6 times the price.
Absolutely. Oh. Absolutely. No, it seems to be perfectly fine. I mean, I've got the original one with the gold base there, which I imagine will put some people off. Does the resin one have doesn't the resin cap go all the way down, or am I dreaming that?
You're dreaming.
Okay, fair enough. Has it got a gold base as well?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. All right. Okay. What else we got going on? Any other questions before we go? I don't think there is. I think we've pretty much covered. I see the link works as well. Fantastic. I think we are going to be good to go.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, Queer Your Vape, also known as C. Tell your friend to go into the Vapor Lounge in Glasgow.
Boom.
Tell them Todd sent you. Give them a cuddle, and you might get some discount.
Alternatively, they could call the police on you because they don't want anything to do with Mr. Todd. But no, go and check them out. Nice people.
Oh, hang on.
What?
Oh, good call. I haven't actually noticed. Alistair Patterson has just said that the resin one actually has a rainbow base. He's absolutely correct.
Ah.
There's Truckin' Vapes has just asked if we have the Aries tank. No, neither of us have the Aries tank at all. Terribly sorry.
Alternatively, we've both talked about it so far already. So go and check back on the replay, and that will give you a little bit more information on that bad boy. But I'm sure Mr. Todd will have a review coming up in a week or two's time with that one.
Yes, probably will.
There we go. Boom. Some of those apples. Some more specs on the RSQ. It's an 80-watt single 18650 Squonker. Boom. I will give you the more specs when I do the review later on in the week. Now, I think that's about it. What's your favourite takeaway food? Asked Dominic. That's going to be a hard one. I like them all because I'm fat. But I think that's going to be it. Thank you so much for joining us. So if you do want to support the channel, then you can click the paypal.me link that's in the banner or in the description of this video and help me out in that way. If you also want to support my Patreon page, all the links are in the same places, so feel free to crack on and do that one. Like I said, we will have the raffle for the charity raffle coming up in the first week. I'm hoping to do it 1st or 2nd of December. So that's going to be happening, which I'm very much looking forward to because the prize bundles are going to be immense. That's going to be awesome.
Can I plug mine? Can I do
yes, crack on.
All this gear here, there's about £450 worth of squonking gear. No, I can't do that because I don't like plugging my channel. I do reviews as well. Sometimes I have a review channel. There's a video. £1 for a raffle ticket, and you could win £450 worth of squonking gear. I thank you very much.
There we go. Boom, get on there. And so people will be able to find that if they search for Todd's Reviews on the YouTubes. Get that up, yeah. And give him a follow, give him a subscription as well, because I'm about to catch him up, which is shocking, really, quite frankly.
It's quite depressing, actually.
Clint has asked if either of us are going to be reviewing the 504 by Jay Hayes. I had a chat with him about it, and I asked for information about it, but everything was kind of all secret squirrel at the time. So I don't know. Once he's released it, then quite possibly. I don't know. I've not said no to it. What else have we got going on there? Thanks for the chat, says Jesse Horn. Thank you. Some words about the RSQ board, please. You're going to have to wait for this this week when it comes out, when the review comes out. Thanks to the chat, says Ivan. Thanks again for your time. You two should do a podcast. Do people listen to podcasts?
I don't know. Only people that own iMacs and Apples and things like that.
I don't really know. I think we have to be more visual because mainly we can't talk. I imagine us going what?
I actually thought. I mean, you would be. I mean, do you not listen to Ricky Gervais podcasts? No.
I don't know. I don't have the time to.
I actually thought. I mean, looking at you, you'd be the kind of guy that would listen to.
You can get fucked. Right. And on that one, quick question from Martin. Best mech mod to fit Cryptomizer. Don't know what the crypto. 30 mil RDA. Fuck those. I have got my big old Buddha on top of my stacked Bay City Vapor BFM mod, which is a beast. I don't think I've got another 28-30 mil mech or know of one. So there we go. Can't really help you out a great deal there. So lots of people saying that podcasts would be great. Well, I don't know. Or what would we talk about? What would we talk about on a podcast?
Other people.
I'll tell you what, I'll have a look and see how successful Nick and Ruby's podcast is, and then if I go right, we'll get kind of an 1/8 of those viewers or listeners rather. So we'll have to see if it's going to be worthwhile, because it just sounds like a lot of aggro. What about a Toddcast? There you go, boom.
What we should do is just record our normal hangouts that we have during the day. that would be good.
That'd just be a lot of swearing at each other.
Yeah, actually, that's actually that would be a very bad idea.
It wouldn't work down well at all. More blooper videos, absolutely. Trucking vapes. I might do another one at some point in time. Absolutely. Nick and Ruby's gets about 6,000 downloads. That's not very many, is it? We'll have to see. We'll see what goes on. Anyway, I think that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. We're cracking on to nearly 2 hours, far longer than I expected again, as usual. Thanks once again for your support. Thank you for your support. If you do look after me on the Patreon or the PayPal thing, thank you so much for all of that. But thank you all as ever for sitting here for the last 2 hours and listening to me and Mr. T blether on about random shite. So you're all very much appreciated, and couldn't do it without you. Christmas shirt coming out first week in December as well. Boom. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Todd, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all very soon. Have it long.